about the progression of the offense from week one to now. Just what have y'all seen?
I feel like we've come a long way, especially like collectively as a group. There's been a big emphasis week to week on the run game, trying to improve that, and I feel like we've stepped up to the challenge. So just keep on getting better from there.
He's next to Deontay. Do you have to kind of help get him back up to speed, or did he come in and kind of guns blazing?
No, while he was out, he stayed right in there with us. He's practicing with the second group, just keep on learning and progressing himself. So like when he stepped in, it was like he didn't miss a heartbeat.
What's the biggest thing that you corrected it as a line, technique-wise, or what's the situation they think you guys have improved?
I would say it'd be more like a technique standpoint, just trying to get all five guys do the same thing on every single play. Make sure that we keep like MAs out of there and taking the right footwork and things like that. That'll minimize those errors.
So talks about finishing a block. What does that mean?
Have your head on the guy, moving your feet, and a violent shove at the whistle.
How tough is it to get that continuity though when every single week it's a different lineup for you guys?
I feel like it's more just kind of develop that throughout the week. I mean, we rotate guys all the time and practice with each other, next to each other. So just kind of feeling like when you get in the game, it's like you didn't miss anything. You're like right there with that guy that you were with on Tuesday.
So how has that been? I guess this last week and earlier in the season y'all dealt with it, but Chris dealing with a knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Landon's been working in that center spot. What's that been like, kind of him stepping into that role?
Yeah, he was there a little bit, like you speak, when Chris went out. But I feel like this week we'll just kind of go in there on Monday and see what Coach Flood throws in there and just see how everybody works together. And by the end of the week, find out who's going to play. So.
What are you losing from an experience and maybe a leadership standpoint this week if Chris isn't able to go?
We lose a lot from him being out, but I feel like we have people that can come in and step right in behind him and fill in those shoes that we're kind of looking for.
Finishing is kind of just a mentality, isn't it? Is it like a deal of you either have it or you don't, or can you develop that?
I feel like it isn't like you have it or you don't, but you can definitely still develop it. I mean, it just depends on how you wanna finish somebody, like you said.
You have the mentality, right?
Try to.
So between Najee and Brian, I think the longest run they've had is 19 yards this year. Is that something that you know of, or is that something that bothered you guys that they haven't been able to spring for the big one?
Yeah, I mean, we're still working on that. Like I said, just trying to find all five guys do the same thing every play. That's what develops that. Or just trying to come out there and develop those explosive plays rather than like worrying about is it 19 or 5 yards. Just kind of play by play and see if we can break a big one.
You mentioned earlier, trying to focus on the run. How much is that kind of a priority, number one, to make sure that the running game establishes itself a lot more in games than it has in the last few?
I feel like no matter what we do, that's what you play online. That's what you want to do is run the ball. But we got great players on the perimeter that teams have to respect and guard. I mean, if you don't, then you get torched. So I mean, I guess it just kind of depends. But for offensive lineman, you want to run the ball. So that's our emphasis as a unit.
Colin was just talking about all the different kinds of running schemes that y'all practice, whether it's counter or zone. Do you feel like you all are more diverse in the different running schemes that you use?
Yeah, definitely. We run them all. I mean, like we go through during the bye week our play sheet, and we're a very very balanced offense that people have to respect. So I feel like that helps us on our end.
And is that a challenge though? Because maybe you might have to kind of alter how you block the running game.
Not really. I feel like it just depends on the game plan. It's not really like a preference kind of thing. So.
When you look at Ole Miss, you guys, the average run seemed like it was up. There weren't many negative or short yards plays. Is that kind of the drum beat? Is that what you were looking for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is what we practiced throughout the week, trying to develop those runs, and then we also saw some RPO things in there from the standpoint where the receivers were going crazy and getting loose. So.
When you see some people post messages on social media of a defensive lineman getting thrown, launched, taken out, is that like the best compliment for an offensive lineman?
I feel like it is that, or just kind of absolutely destroying someone. I mean, you see those clips of NFL guys too, not just college of linemen destroying D linemen. I mean, it's just it's a warm feeling.
Do you guys kind of show it off a little bit in the room, like, hey, look what I did?
No, Coach Flo would come there and show us all the things that we got to pick up and kind of work on. We always see those ourselves, things like that.
What was the best one you've had so far this year? One of those kind of plays where you somebody.
I don't know. There's been several. I don't know.
What's the reaction like when you watch those in film with all the guys?
We kind of laugh about them. We laugh at see what the defense is doing and how they react to it.
Obviously you have your job on every offensive play, but how often have you been able to kind of watch when the receivers get the ball and some of the games like Devontae and these big games that the guys that Henry had a few weeks ago? Jalen or Jerry earlier this
I mean,
year?
most of them we see them like kind of like after the game, because in the middle of the game we're trying to like come into the sideline and see like what holes were there that like if the ball did get handed off, how many yards would this get or how far would this go or like who missed an assignment where. So we just kind of like see those different like RPOs and things like that after the game. I mean, of course we see them score, but we always go to the sideline and try to figure out like what we can kind of pick up. So if it does get handed off, it'll be there.
Can you tell right away on a play that maybe one of the five didn't do the right thing because you can tell immediately, or is it something in the film work?
I feel like it's more film work because you can't really like see everybody, and the coaches can't see everything from the sideline, and the press box is worried about what play call to go next, or what the defense lined up in. So this is like more like after the game we'll kind of see like, oh, this is a mental error or this was a misassignment. So just kind of depends like that.
How do you balance being nasty and violent and finishing through the whistle with like keeping your composure?
Just play football. Just playing football. Don't really worry about like going back to get an extra guy after the play or something like that. Just playing.
Well, you mentioned that extra guy. Obviously, that there were a couple of clips, I guess, against Ole Miss of Landon kind of getting that extra hit or two in the middle or after a play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how much does he add that kind of nastiness, the aggression that maybe adds a little bit to this line?
Yeah, I feel like it helps me, and I feel like it helps everybody else. I mean, we kind of like set an example, and then we see other people do it too, and it's kind of like it's a great thing. So.
You got a term for it yet?
Nah, not yet.